Our guest today is not just an ordinary fighter. He is the number one ranked UFC welterweight contender, a four-time world jiu-jitsu champion. He's going to be fighting Kamaru Usman next for the welterweight title. He's a killer inside the octagon, but outside the octagon, he is one of the nicest guys on earth. Please welcome Gilbert Durinho Burns, everybody. What's up, Gilbert? How are you? Thanks for joining the show.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
So how's your life during this pandemic?
Yeah, doing good right now. I'm back on training. I already got 3 negative tests, and slowly I'm back in training. I'm not 100% yet, feeling a lot of my cardio, but I'm already back on training, and I helped. Last week I was in the UFC corner. One of my guys, Vicente Luque. Thursday I'm going again to the UFC. I have another fighter, Uri Rivera, fighting this Saturday. And but overall I'm doing good. Kids are good. My wife is good. Just back on my routine slowly.
So did you train today as well?
Yeah, today I trained twice. So I did Muay Thai pads in the morning, and I just came back from jiu-jitsu practice.
Then you must be very tired, but you're doing the interview?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm good, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of COVID, it took away your title shot and gave it to Jorge Masvidal. And you said you're okay now from the COVID?
Yeah, I'm okay. Almost 100%. Like cardio-wise, my cardio is a little affecting my cardio a little bit, but I'm good right now.
Okay, so what do you think of Usman versus Masvidal? Do you think that Masvidal would have done better if he had full training camp?
I think he could done better with the training camp because there was only 6 days notice. But if it will be different, yeah, it will be different. But I think the results will remain the same. I think Kamaru can win. Just even Kamaru can do better with more notice against Masvidal. I think it will be different, but I don't think Masvidal will be able to beat Kamaru even with full training camp. I think Kamaru is just a better fighter than Usman. Usman is a better fighter than Masvidal.
How do you see yourself matching up against what's his name, Jorge Masvidal, if you do fight?
I think he's a good matchup for me. I believe I'm a threat for all these guys in the division. I think I have the hands, I have the cardio. I'm strong, way strong, very strong in that division. Plus, I have my jiu-jitsu. I'm a threat on my feet or on the ground. I think I can beat any guy on the top 15, any guy in that division. I can beat.
Do you have a prediction for your fight if you do fight Jorge Masvidal?
I can finish Masvidal for sure. I have the power to knock him out or submit. He's not on my radar right now. All I see right now is Kamaru Usman. But yeah, for sure, potentially can fight against Masvidal, Colby. I see myself finishing all these guys. I'm a finisher. If I don't finish, I can dominate all 5 rounds.
Okay, so in your last fight, you had a dominant performance over Tyron Woodley, and you knocked him down twice. And you're on a 4-fight win streak at welterweight. And did you know that you would be doing this good when you first moved up to welterweight?
I always believe in myself. I didn't know how I would do it at 170, but my nutritionist, he was very important to make that decision. And then he told me, hey, if you go up, you're going to perform a lot better. I'm going to make you very strong, and you can use a lot of supplements that you couldn't use it at the lightweight just because you cannot build muscles anymore. You're big enough for lightweight. And then he told me that I'll be feeling very strong, and as soon as I move up, everything changed. Like I've been feeling a lot better on my training session and on my fights. I don't need to cut a lot of weight, and as soon as I move up, I was feeling a lot better. Like, wow, I can fight more, I can fight better. I didn't know how fast it would be, but yeah, I felt a lot better as soon as I move up.
So now Dana White confirmed that you are fighting Kamaru Usman next for the welterweight belt. How excited are you, Gilbert?
I'm super excited, very much motivated, and and I think it was a blast because it did feel bad with the COVID-19, but I'm feeling a lot better. And by November, December, we don't have a date yet, but they said it might be November or December. I'll be way better, and I'll be improving so much, and I can't wait. I'm more excited. I'm super hungry, and I cannot wait to fight for the title.
Do you think you can do better because of you had more time to train?
Yes, I think so. And I wasn't feeling good, on that week coming to the fight. Before the fight, I got sick, and then I have no energy. And at the end of the day, I think it was a blast to don't fight on the July 11th because I don't know if I'll be able to perform, but for sure on the next date I'll be a lot better overall.
So, do you have a prediction for your fight against Usman?
I don't know. I think the prediction that I have, I'm going to win that fight. That's the prediction that I have, but I don't know how. I think it's going to be a war. We train a lot together. Over 80 years we've been training together, and he's very good, very tough. But I believe he can win. Like I said, my style against everyone of that division is a threat. He's a big threat. And I believe I'm going to be a champion. And it doesn't matter how the fight goes. I'll be ready. And I just believe I'm going to win the fight.
So you said you've been training with Kamaru Usman for 80 years. So you must know a lot about him. And could you tell us about how the sparring sessions went between you and Kamaru Usman?
Yeah, we've been training a lot. I know a lot from his game, but he knows a lot about my game too. And the trainings with him was always a war. It was always a hard session, and it did not depend which area we were working. If we were working wrestling or grappling or striking, was always a hard training for both of us. It was always a war, and I've been training. I've been evolving so much. I got momentum right now. I think I'm reaching my high potential, and I believe I'm going to be the champion. I think it's not going to be easy. Like I said, I think it's going to be a war, a bloody fight. But I believe I have everything I need to beat Kamaru, and I'll be sharp. I'll be ready, and I'm hungry, and I believe I'm going to beat Kamaru.
So now I don't want to jinx it, but as you know, MMA world is very, very unpredictable, and
yeah.
So you don't know what's gonna happen. So maybe next time you get scheduled to fight him, maybe he gets injured or maybe he gets COVID. So maybe you can't fight him, and UFC tells you that you're fighting interim belt with another fighter. Then, in that case, is there a fighter that you would like to face for interim belt?
I don't know. I didn't thought about that, but anyone. I want to fight for the title next. That's what in my head, and I want to beat the champion to become a champion. I want to beat Kamaru. But like you said, for any reason he had to pull out, I think they're gonna put the number one after me. So I'm the number one. Number two right now is Covington. If they put Colby for interim champion, or Woodley or Masvidal or Leon Edwards, I'll fight any one of these guys, hands down. Anyone. I don't even want to pick anyone. I'll fight in any one of these guys. I don't care. They put anyone. I believe I'll beat any one of these guys.
Who do you think is the easiest matchup in the welterweight division? Maybe the top 7 guys?
Wow, the top 7 is not an easy fight. It's not an easy fight. I don't know. I don't think it's an easy fight right there. It's a bunch of killers, but I believe I'm more threat than these guys. I'm not Covington that just have wrestling, doesn't hit hard. Like Masvidal that get controlled by Kamaru, get controlled by Damian Maia. I have 2-3 things, I have power, I have knockout power, I have jiu-jitsu, I have cardio, I have wrestling, I have striking, so I have I think I'm very complete fighter, I have a high level in a lot of martial arts, and I think I'm a big threat. I really think I can beat a lot of these guys. Anyone on the top 7, I can beat these guys, and I believe in myself, I'm confident, and the time will say, as soon as I fight, and I think I'm going to fight every single one of the guys that on the top 5. I believe in 2-3 years I will fight Kamaru, then I will fight Masvidal, then I will fight Colby, then I will fight Leon, then I'm going to fight every single one on the top 5. I'm going to fight these guys. I believe that.
So now Kamaru Usman used to be your teammate, and he moved to another gym. Did he move permanently?
I think so, and even before the fight gets scheduled, he had the plans to go there anyways. Even if it wasn't me, the opponent, he had the plan to go there anyways, and he didn't come back, to the gym. He didn't show up at the gym yet.
Do you feel like he betrayed your gym?
No, we have a good relationship, and he was the kind of guy that always liked to do different trainings, take different looks. And one of the things that he said is the genes, like so many guys that we have right now, that the level he at in his career, he needs more attention. He needs to go to a place with the last fighters, to get more attention from the coach. And he did his move to Colorado, and I think he did good, and he left on the good terms. And I have no bad blood with Kamaru. Opposite, I like him a lot. We have a great relationship. We had great years training together, and I just see him as a opponent. I don't see a lot of enemies when I fight. I just see a body, a rival, and I don't fight with angry or nothing like that. I fight with my skills, and I try to beat the guy, and that's it. I don't have no feelings going against my opponents.
Okay. So, speaking of teammate, Vicente Luque and Derek Brunson had great wins last Saturday.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I was there with them.
So, now Derek Brunson is on a 3-fight win streak after training with your striking coach, Henry Hooft, and who is well known as one of the best MMA striking coaches in the world.
Yeah.
And how important is he in your MMA career?
No, he's very important. I've been working with Henry over 8 years. And we cornered a couple guys. Like Saturday, I was there. We cornered Luque. I worked with him at corner Sean Soriano, one of our fighters. We cornered Vitor Belfort and a lot of other fighters, So I have him as a close friend and as a trainer as well. And we work together, Like he's very important in my development as a fighter. And he's a great friend too. It's awesome to have a guy like Henry Hooft on my side. I still learning from him till today, and I'm gonna keep learning.
Now there are many fans who think, oh, Gilbert got knocked out by Dan Hooker. He's not that good. But the thing was, you were really dehydrated for that fight, and even Dan Hooker himself said after the fight that you were very dehydrated, that he didn't fight the best version of you. And compared to the 170 weight cut, how bad was the 155 weight cut, and how did it impact your performance?
That weight cut was very hard. One of the hardest weight cut I ever had, and but I have no skills, and it is what it is. The way I see, I learned so much after that loss, and I fixed a lot of things on my game, and I became a better fighter. That I'm glad that I lost that fight, because the lessons that I learned, and it is what it is. Every fighter lost before. We have just maybe 2 guys, 3 guys that are undefeated. John Jones never lost, and Habib never lost. Israel the same. He's still undefeated, but he lost before. He got knocked out before in a kickboxing fight. And it is what it is. You know, I lost. I make no excuse because Dan Hooker beat me, and yeah, the weight cut affected a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I'm glad that I lost that fight. I learned so much. I make a lot of adjustment. And if people want to test my chin, they're more than welcome. You know, I love to fight, and it is what it is. You know, and I keep hoping that Dan Hooker have a great career. I keep following his career. He's been doing amazing. Got nothing against him, but it is what it is. It's the fight game. You know, sometimes you're gonna lose. And I'm glad that I lost because I learned so much. People can say whatever they want. You know, you're never gonna be able to make everybody happy. You know, people are gonna hate on you, and I'm not here for the love. I'm not here for the hate. I'm here to be the best I can be, and I want to be the champion. People can say whatever they want. That doesn't affect me so much.
Speaking of testing your chin, you fought one of the hardest hitters in the welterweight division, Tyron Woodley. He's considered as one of the hardest hitters in MMA. How hard did he hit?
He hit me pretty hard a couple of times, and a couple of ones I block it, but I feel my block. I feel, man, the guy hits hard, but I think they found out I hit pretty hard as well, and I have a chin, and I'm very fast, and yeah, it was another fight. You know, I sparred before with Vitor Belfort. That guy hits very hard, very quick. I sparred, I think, once or two with Anthony Johnson Rumble. That guy hits very, very, very hard, and yeah, it is what it is. I think. I guess I can get hit, but I'm working a lot of my skills, like I said before, and I believe in my skills, and I'm thankful for this loss. You know, I'm here because of that, and like you said, I don't really hit very hard, but you cannot. It's not just how hard you hit. You need precision, you need speed, you need timing, you need a lot of things, you know, to get a knockout. It's not just hard. And I've been working all these skill sets and make sure I'm getting better, you know.
Is Anthony Johnson the hardest punching guy you've ever sparred with?
They're right there, you know. Vitor Belfort, Anthony Johnson, and Tyrone Spong, they hit pretty hard, you know. They're right there, those three. I don't know who's number one, but those guys hit very, very hard.
Okay. So, one of the most polarizing personalities in UFC is Colby Covington, who is ranked right below you. And since the Damian Maia fight, he started to get into character and talk shit about everyone, including his teammates. And since then, he's gained much more fans and popularity, and with a bunch of hate as well. And as a fellow UFC fighter, when you see guys like Colby Covington talking trash to promote himself, do you think, it's all good, it's just business, or do you hate trash talkers?
I don't hate. He's just, I don't judge. I don't like to judge. He does all his best for his career. I don't do these myself. I want to set a good example. You know, I came from a very humble beginning in Brazil, and I have a lot of Brazilians fighters following my career, you know, taking me as an example, especially from my small town in Brazil, from Rio, from the jiu-jitsu. I just want to set a good example for myself, you know, and I use that platform to inspire a lot of people. So, I don't know. I want to fight him. I want to fight Colby Covington. But like I said, I don't have enemy when I fight. I don't fight angry. I just, for sure, I'm a finisher. I'm looking to finish the fight. But I don't know. Colby Covington does what he does, and I don't know. The future, we'll see if he done great or not. But he's gonna be. I'm gonna fight. I know I'm gonna fight Colby Covington sooner or later. You know, I think 2021 I'm gonna be fighting Colby Covington, and like I said, I believe I'm gonna finish these guys. You know, every single one.
So you don't have any hate towards Colby Covington?
No, a lot of Brazilians try to, hey, you gotta kill this guy. He talks so much shit, blah blah blah. But I have a little, let's say it that way. I have a little edge to beat him up, but let's see, it's a couple guys like Kamaru. I have no edge on beat Kamaru. Just I want to be the champion. But I like the guy. I like his person. He's a good person, good guy, good family guy. But Kobe Covington just have the little edge, to represent Brazil. But nothing against him.
So, I don't know if you noticed, but my profile picture on Instagram is myself pretending to be Kobe Covington. Like,
Yeah.
did you notice
No.
that?
I don't know. They have a lot. I have a lot of guys on Twitter, on Instagram. They send me messages. A couple guys with Kobe picture. I don't. Like I said, it is what it is. I don't hate. The hate. If I have hate on people, I have the hate. So I don't want to hate on nobody because I'm feeling that hate. So I don't want to feel the hate. So I don't hate nobody. No, for sure I dislike a couple guys. I don't like everybody. I dislike a couple guys, but I know Kobe. I know what Kobe's doing, and then if he chooses to do that, it's up to him. But the thing that I know we're gonna fight one day. But like I said, if I saw the guy walking by him, I'm gonna do nothing. If you get inside of the cage, if you sign that contract, then it's a different game. Then we're gonna fight.
So, Conor McGregor is eyeing on becoming a 3-division UFC champion. And if you beat Usman, and I think you beat Usman because I think you are one of the most well-rounded fighters in the welterweight division. So, a fight between you and Conor McGregor is a possibility down the line. And if you and Conor McGregor fight each other, how do you see the fight playing out between you and Conor McGregor?
I believe that fight might happen one day, and I would love to fight Conor. If he want to jump in, for sure I'm going to give him the opportunity. I will lie if I say, oh no, I will give him the opportunity. I will, but I believe, like I said, I'm a big threat. I can strike with Conor. I can take him down. I can finish him. I can grapple. I can wrestle. And I think I'm, like you said, I think I'm one of the most well-rounded fighter and welterweight. I'm a big threat, and I for sure believe I see myself submitting Conor McGregor inside 3 rounds.
Do you think you can win Conor just with stand-up?
I think so. I saw the way that what was his name, Habib knocked him down. I think I carry way more power in the punch than Habib does. If I connect clean, for sure I can knock him out.
Speaking of Habib, maybe you and Habib might fight each other in the future. How do you see yourself fighting? How do you see yourself doing against Habib Nurmagomedov?
Yeah, I think that will be one of the toughest matchup because he really can grapple. People don't. I study a lot of fights. I saw a lot of his fights. I know he can grapple a lot. He has a great wrestling. He's good on the stand-up. People think he's not good. I think he's good. I just don't think he uses so much. I see a battle. I see a war. I believe, like I said, I believe I can beat every single one of these guys. I always believe. But I think Habib will be the hardest fight. I still believe I can beat, but that will be a war. It will be a hard fight. But I still believe I can beat Habib. But I think he's one of the toughest matchups for me because he's a high level grappler as well. So yeah, I think on the all welterweight and lightweight, Habib will be the hardest fight.
You and Habib are under the same management, Ali Abdelaziz.
Yeah.
Have you ever trained with Habib?
No, and then I don't want to train. I want to fight Habib. I have no interest on training with the guys that I'm potentially gonna fight. I have no interest. So yeah, for sure, especially if I became a champion. Let's say I beat Kamaru. Everything goes on my way. I defend a couple times, and one of my really close friends, like I consider him my brother, Vicente Luque. He comes and he becomes a number one, or he got potentially offered the shot. I believe I'm gonna vacate the title, and I'm going down to challenge the champion. If Khabib keep fighting, I think it will be Khabib.
You said you're going down to challenge Habib?
If I became champion, and Vicente Luque, one of my very close friends, if he comes up to fight for the title, I will not fight Luque, and then I'll come down to challenge the lightweight champion.
So you're going down to 155 if Vicente Luque is number one contender?
Yeah, as soon as he gets the title shot, I'm going down.
But you said the weight cut was very bad for you.
It is hard, but I gotta, like I said, I'll need like 5-6 months to diet good, to make sure my body goes down, and then I think I can make it, but you gotta be very planned. Cannot be like 1.5 months, 1 or 2 months. Gotta be playing for a long time. Like I couldn't do it because when I was a contender, I gotta fight 2 to 3 times a month. So that with that gap gives me 2 months for a training camp. If I really want to make it 55, I'll need it like 5 months, putting my body down and make sure I get used. I can make it, but I'll need a bigger gap. I could do just 1 fight a year, 2 fights, dieting very hard. I can make, but I will just make the only thing that will make me sacrifice so much will be to become a double champion.
So I have 3 questions left, and they are all about Korean UFC fighters, as I am Korean and most of my viewers are Koreans. Have you ever been to Korea?
Twice.
Oh, twice.
Twice. I was there for what's the biggest shows you guys have there?
UFC.
Road.
Road FC.
I was there twice for Road FC, and I was cornering my teammate Andrews Nakahara. He fought twice on the Road FC. 2 times was a draw, and I think the first one he won very, very clear, but it was a draw. And the second one, I think he kind of lost a little bit, but they gave a draw again. And yeah, I was there twice in South Korea. I gave a couple seminars there, and I had a good time in there.
So, you know Donghyun Kim?
Yes, for sure. I know the Korean Zombie. Yeah.
No, not Korean Zombie. The stun gun.
The other one, the 155, right? 45.
No, the welterweight, the stun
gun.
gun.
The welterweight. Yeah, I saw he fought Colby Covington. Yeah. I saw when the first UFC that I went to watch, that was 2010. When he fought Carlos Condit. Yeah, Carlos Condit, I think, knocked him out with a flying knee. That was the first UFC that I watched live.
Yeah, so Donghyun Kim is a UFC hero and a pioneer in South Korea, and now he seems to be unofficially retired, and he used to compete at welterweight, which is the same weight class that you are competing now at. And at one point, he was ranked as high as number 6 in the world. And as a fellow top welterweight, what's your thoughts on Donghyun Kim as a fighter?
I think he was very good, and people don't want to fight him. I remember him fighting Colby Covington. I remember a lot of people turned the fight down, and then he fought the toughest guys. I remember him fighting Colby Covington, Carlos Condit, a couple other top fighters. I like his style. I like he was doing a couple spinning elbows. He was good. I like Donghyun Kim. He was a great fighter.
Was there any incident that maybe you and Donghyun Kim were like maybe close to fighting each other?
No, when he was competing, I was lightweight. I don't think we ever got close to fight.
So another Korean fighter that is really doing good in UFC is Korean Zombie. And could you tell us your thoughts on Korean Zombie as a fighter?
I think he's a great fighter, and I think the featherweight division has a lot of talents, a lot of great fighters. But I think he's right there on the top 5 and ready to get a title shot next, and I like Korean Zombie. When I was there, I saw him there in South Korea. We talked a little bit. I remember he needs a translator. He couldn't talk a lot of English, but we talked a little bit. I tried to train with him here, but he wasn't training, and I think he couldn't leave the country because he was about to go to the military. He need to get 2 years in the military, and then he just got surgery. He was about to go to the military. That was when I was there, and just get it. Just seems like very nice guy, very good. You guys have a great jiu-jitsu, and I think he's one of the top fighters. And then he has a clear chance to become a champion, I think.
So Korean Zombie will probably fight Brian Ortega, who is jiu-jitsu master like you are. And how do you see the fight playing out between the Korean Zombie and Brian Ortega?
I don't know. I think there's a very, very stylish matchup because Korean Zombie, he has a great jiu-jitsu. I know he does. I know all the South Korean guys. You guys have a lot of jiu-jitsu talent in there, and he has a good heart, good strike. He hits hard. I saw his fight against Renato Moicano, and then Renato is very good, very hungry, and then he knocked him out very quick. And I saw a lot of his fights, and I think, I don't know, I gotta take a little time to watch. But for sure, I'm going to watch this fight. I think Korean Zombie has a chance against anyone in that division. I think he's that good. He hits hard, great jiu-jitsu, great cardio. I think he can beat Ortega. Ortega is very good too, but I think he got his shot already. I think Korean Zombie is on a better momentum right now, and I think, it's going to be an exciting fight.
If Korean Zombie fight Alexander Volkanovski right away for the title, who do you think is going to win?
I don't know. Volkanovski seems very good, good boxing, good movement. Beat Holloway twice, even I disagree. I thought Max won the last fight. But I don't know. Every top 4, 5 in the featherweight division that's why I think they're very different from the guys from a welterweight. Welterweight, you got the champion Kamaru. That he has a good striking, but way more grappling, more wrestling. Doesn't submit, but has a good wrestling. But has that gap between grappling. Grappling is okay, striking is okay, but better wrestler. And then go to me. I think I can do it all. I can strike, I can grapple. I have cardio, I'm strong. Then you go to Covington, that he can strike, but doesn't have a lot of power on the strike, but has a great wrestler, but been caught on the submission before. Then you go Masvidal, doesn't have that grappling. He's not bad, but got dominated from Demian, from Kamaru. I think if you go to 145, those guys, they can grapple, every single one. Ortega has a good grappling. I know Korean Zombie get a good grappling. I know Volkanovski can grapple. I know Max Holloway can grapple. They're very completely fighters, They can fight, They're very well rounded everywhere, So I think Korean Zombie can be champion. As Ortega, as all these guys, I think they freaking high level, and I like to watch a lot of the featherweights fighting.
Okay, so just one more question. You are a real mixed martial artist, lifelong mixed martial artist. You've been training your whole life. Eventually, you will retire. And after you retire, what's your plan?
I don't know. I have a couple plans. I for sure want to make my jiu-jitsu program. I have a couple. I want to do a project here, helping a lot of kids, make sure the kids have a place to train for free. I want to make the same in Brazil. But I think I'm going to have a lot of work related to fighting, because I think I'm going to be one of the coaches at the gym. I think I'm going to help a lot of the fighters. And everything that I'm going to do, I think it'll be related with fighting, maybe manager, maybe for sure coaching, maybe more jiu-jitsu, and open my own gym. I have a lot of plans that I don't want to put a lot of energy right now. but I know I'm gonna do a lot of things related to fighting after I retired, and I think I should have maybe between 3 to 5 years fighting on the highest level. I have a lot of fighters that I want to fight in the top 10, and I believe I'm gonna do maybe 10 more fights, something like that, about 3, 4 good years.
10
And,
fights in
when I'm
3 years?
in 4 years, I think I can do 10 fights. That's it. I think 10 more fights will be helpful for my brain. 10 more fights, the way I train, the way I carry myself. And as soon as I have so much hungry to become a champion, so much energy to become a champion. As soon as if I lose that, I'm gonna stop it before. If I lose that, if I don't have more that hungry to train, to prepare to a fight, to compete, I might stop before. But I think I have 3 to 4 good years in me, to keep competing. And then after that, we see I have a great relationship with the UFC. I have great relationship with jiu-jitsu guys in Brazil. I would just want to do something to help the community, just here in Florida and for sure in Rio, in Brazil. I want to make something big, for the poor community and for the sports, trying to help these guys out more, That's my plans. I want to give back a little bit.
Okay, so that's all for this interview. So thank you so much, Gilbert, for the interview. I think
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because I'm doing the interview with you. I truly think that you've got everything it takes to become the UFC champion. And I wish you all the best in your title fight against Kamaru Usman. Can't thank you enough, Gilbert, and I wish your family
Yeah.
good health during this pandemic, and take care.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, and I believe too. I have everything, and I'm gonna put a lot of work. And I believe when I fight, I'll become a champion. I believe that too. So, thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Take care.
Yeah.
Well, amazing feeling,